Salutations everyone, it's Willingness 240 and welcome back to some more Octopath Traveler. Last time we bested Omar in combat and took his axe and told him he was a chump and ran him and the local rich man out of town. Mr. Morlock was a terrible person, but we made him cut his losses. And this time, we're gonna finally continue Cyrus's tale at long last. The story so far. Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome from the far reaches of hell. Its disappearance was a riddle wrapped in a mystery, a riddle that piqued his scholarly curiosity. Even suffering the indignity of losing his post was a small price to pay for the opportunity of solving this fascinating puzzle. And so did Cyrus come to Quarry Crest to call upon an old colleague who just might have the answers he seeks. So this is Quarry Crest. It's hard to believe it's been 10 whole years since Odette left the academy. And her house was... that's right. She left directions in her letter. I should take another look. You have all the makings of a great scholar, Cyrus. But allow me to offer you a word of warning. For all your intellect, you have always been clumsy in matters of the heart. I know that your research is more important to you than anything. But you would do well to give some thought to how you treat the fairer sex. You are more handsome than you give yourself credit for. If you are not careful, you might find your words and actions misconstrued by those around you. Too late. I should have known better than to read that again. First time I read it, I nearly fell over laughing. Now it seems almost prophetic. I think I'd be banished from the academy because of a trumped-up scandal like that. I can just see Odette laughing at me the moment I mention it.
Now then!
Well, there's no point worrying. I have to face her sooner or later, after all. Try to keep myself presentable, this is true. But is my face truly so easy on the eyes? Oh, woe is me, doomed to never realize the full depth of my good looks and charisma. Oh boy, what a terrible problem to have.
Anyhow, here we are.
Yes, I'll be right there.
It's been some time, Odette.
You're still here. guess I'm not suffering from fatigue-induced hallucinations after all.
It's me, Odette, in the flesh. Good to see you as hale and hearty as ever.
And you're as insufferable as ever, no doubt. What are you waiting for? Come in already.
We did close the door
Don't
on me.
mind if I do.
On Cyrus already. I think I would find that misleading.
How did I know that would be your reaction?
We were practically joined at the hip back in the day. Just watching you go about was fun in and of itself. I always had a hunch you'd end up in trouble with the ladies, but to think it would happen with the princess of all people. Somehow, you've managed to exceed even my wildest expectations.
By expelling me, they hope to protect Her Highness's good name. Needless to say, there's no truth in any of this.
Oh, of course, I'm sure it's all as you say. Her Highness and this Therese are just your pupils. They have no romantic interest in you in the slightest. You're something else, Cyrus. But it's a relief to find your powers of observation are as keen as ever.
Huh?
Well, did you come all this way just to entertain me? If so, congratulations on a job well done.
Save your congratulations for another time. I've come in search of a certain tome. Are you perchance familiar with From the Far Reaches of Hell?
A cheery title if I've ever heard one. I can tell you that it's a compendium of ancient rites and rituals. Not that I've read it myself, of course.
I know that much. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Not much more. It touches upon necromancy, I believe.
Necromancy?
Necromancy. That said, as to what extent, I know little.
Is that so?
I was sure that if anyone could enlighten me, it would be you.
Give me a break.
Is that supposed to be flattery? Alright, just give me some time. As soon as I tackle the little pickle I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll do some investigating.
Aho!
Oh-ho! A pickle, you say? Consider my interest piqued. I always took you for the type who chewed up and spit out your problems before pickles they could become. And again, I find your flattery lacking. Anyhow, since you're here, perhaps I can put you to use. As it happens, a number of people have gone missing of late. Under suspicious circumstances, I presume.
Naturally.
Just so. Many quite literally seem to have been spirited away. One soul went to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuffs and never returned. Another turned a street corner only to vanish entirely, leaving his friend who was strolling with him in disbelief. All told, 10 men and women have gone missing in such a fashion in the past half-year.
Most intriguing.
How curious indeed. Don't look so disappointed, you nut job. So how about it? Do you have any ideas? It would be imprudent to jump to conclusions without conducting an investigation.
Great.
Great, thanks. I knew I could count on you. I'll look into that tome while you're away.
As you wish.
Fair trade, I'd say. Though I dare say that having the opportunity to solve this peculiar puzzle is a reward in itself.
I see.
It figures. Well, happy investigating. First, I should ask Odette where, precisely, the kidnappings have occurred. Come to think of it, the 3 people who went missing were all last seen near the inn. It could well be a coincidence. And she's 40 years old. Interesting. Quick, ignore the side quests. A system of underground canals runs all throughout this town. I don't think anyone has ventured down there in quite some time, though. Oh. No. Let's see now. I've seen it happen both in the dead of night and broad daylight. Someone's walking by the inn, they turned the corner up ahead, and when I followed, they were gone. Vanished into thin air.
Now then.
And with that, I do believe I have all the knowledge I need to crack the case. What's happened near the inn? Yeah, every victim was in the general vicinity of the inn when they disappeared. We can say with absolute certainty that they did not vanish into thin air, or some such nonsense. As such, it stands to reason that they were kidnapped. And that the kidnapper made use of a hidden path or passage to evade the public eye. Such as the sewers. The entrance to the sewers would seem to make for an ideal escape route. Yes, doubtless the culprit stole underground to spirit his victims away.
Thusly.
I do believe I should have a look down there for myself. Professor? Hello, Professor? Ah, hello, Tressa. Why are you shouting? I was trying to offer you some sweets, but you weren't answering me. Oh, I do apologize. Once I get to thinking about a thing, I often become lost to the world. There was a time when I was so engrossed in a book, I failed to notice that my neighbor's house was on fire. Wow! Being able to concentrate like that must be super handy as a scholar. But it's probably best to be a little more attentive, especially when on the road like we are. You never know what's waiting around the next corner. Quite true, Tressa, quite true. I shall endeavor to be more vigilant. She praises my focus, but it's nothing compared to hers when she's in the midst of a business negotiation. the sewers. Odds are the sewers are going to be worse than Morlock's mansion. Honestly, if I've got to be honest here, I just think it's pretty dang cool that we get 2 dungeons out of 1 town. Like, really glad they're completely separate dungeons. That would have really sucked if it was like, go through the same dungeon again! Not that I would expect that, but, you know. I guess Cyrus likes underground dungeons in the town, or something.
Aha!
Here we are. Oh, that water looks pretty. That can't be sewer water. From the looks of it, these aqueducts predate the founding of the village itself. There's a good chance many of the villagers are unaware of their existence. This calls for a thorough investigation of all the treasure chests. But I must be wary. For all I know, the culprit could be lurking in the shadows as I speak. I'll proceed with caution. After all, it simply wouldn't do if I became our villain's latest victim. Oh wow, save book just appeared out of nowhere, man.
Interesting.
Looks like someone's been coming in and out of these sewers, as we suspected. Muddy footprints on the floor and handprints on the wall. Recent, too. The mud is still wet. I see. That is very useful information. I must say, you have a keen eye to spot such subtle things. It's just experience. Albeit experience I never thought would be useful to you. Your experience is a result of careful study and gives you valuable skills. You see. Oh, but we don't have time for a discussion now, however interesting. Perhaps I'll share my insights later. Don't worry about it. Your lectures give me a headache. Too honest? A little, yes. Oh, they're not a jerk. Spiriting plum basket. Dang. Dude. Now what's back here? Come on, you know there's a secret. Yeah, it is. Oh, a lot of... Wow. Okay. Is this really a secret? Man, that's a lot of treasure. But here we go. Here's the enemy encounter I was waiting for. Well, some enemies we've seen before, too. Wind wisps and some marionette bones. Gosh dang it. I was just editing the video where we first fought these things the other day. But that predated Tressa and Ophelia, so they were just utter nightmares to fight against. But now, we'll make fools out of them. Man, I miss Ophelia already.
Let my arrow fly and true.
Let's get some. Thunderbird! That was actually pretty decent damage. It's better than I was expecting, considering I took away her enchanted axe. And oh my gosh, I got that enchanted axe in one of the dungeons, and I was like, man, I'm excited to use it when I get to. And then I immediately replace it with Omar's axe, never really using the enchanted axe. Oh gosh. That's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. Could really use some Ophelia action. And it would be a lot of help. And, as you can see there, a download just finished, so that's good for me. For the morbidly curious, well, maybe not morbidly, I don't know if that's properly using that term.
Let's
But
try this.
for the curious, that was me getting Splatoon 2 Octo expansion.
My turn now.
So you know that now. I'm a bit late to getting Octo expansion, but better late than never. I like Splatoon 2 a lot, so I was just like, let's finally do it. Ah!
Out of my way.
You guys suck.
I'm ready. Are you?
Let me show you just how much you suck.
Time to steal the show.
Overkill.
Where's the nearest
Brute
tower?
force. Overkill. Yeah. Wow, that is disappointingly close to a level up. My gosh. Come on, that hurt. That physically hurt. But at least we get a healing grape bunch for our exploring troubles, and there's more on that side still. Fire Soul Stone Medium, and it was hidden, but it wasn't. What's the point of the coolly hidden back entrance if there's just a front one? Come on. And we got a new thing, a new weapon, I presume, but I don't know what kind of weapon. So let's just check the inventory. Oh, it is a sword, snipe saber. Rhymes with lightsaber. Oh my gosh, his speed goes. Oh wait. Oh, yeah, he's had the greatsword for a long time. It's so heavy. Oh, I love the idea of the speed going up, just because, well, you know. But it could go down 4, and then you get so much more damage and accuracy. It's worth it. Much as I love Aber's Reckoning, his speed's still being boosted by like some stupidly high number from his equipment. With a hasty helm, yeah, 78. So it's already dealing far more damage than it was before. So that's exceptional. And we get ourselves a fight.
I've done my research on you.
Oh, well, good job studying
my
up,
way.
Cyrus. You're gonna pass the test. Let's go for Steel SP. You couldn't use some
I appreciate
SP.
it. Really?
I don't want to die! Although if Haunted dies, that's pretty standard. Okay. Oh gosh. Certainly seen better situations. Eat a healing grape. It's good for you. On it, I would follow up on that. Cyrus, on the other hand, we need to get some damage rolling out, so we could use like a lightning bolt.
Smite them down.
Thanks, bud. Got a wind shot coming out.
Out of my way.
Going for the shank on that salamander. Haunted dies. I told you, that's just standard. It's not that notable. Now that is notable, and it's actually very scary. We might be a little bit doomed here. Doomed, if you would. Well, we actually have a few olives. Yeah, healing grape bunches. Almost called it olive grape bunches. What's an olive grape?
Let me help.
Yeah, let's use one. We've been getting them good. Like, our exploration is paying off. It's helping us out in our combat. Okay.
Out of my
Theory
way.
on.
Let's do it.
You're welcome to proceed to wreck these
Time
fools.
to steal the show.
Yeah.
Let my arrow fly and true.
Stop it. Come on, we don't have that much HP. Get out of here. How do you feel about Trade Tempest? It's at least some damage, right? Oh, yep. Yeah, it is.
You got more than you bargain for?
Yeah, they did. Therion and Cyrus level up, so they don't care about how terribly low HP they were on, or low SP in Therion's case. Eat some grapes, and it's all good. That's how the world works. Eat some grapes, they're delicious, and you're all good again. That's a very suspicious room. Don't judge my saving. Next time on Octopath Traveler, we just might find out who the culprit is. Who is the kidnapper? Find out next week. Same bat time, same bat YouTube channel. See you guys then.